My mom complained that I wasn't earning enough and kicked me out of the family, and I am feeling bad about this, as they should love me irrespective of the money I make. I 25F never imagined I'd be writing this, but here I am, sitting in a cheap motel room, trying to make sense of how my life turned upside down in just a matter of hours. It all started this morning. I was getting ready for work. Same as any other day, I work as a junior graphic designer at a small local firm. It's not glamorous, and the pay isn't great, but I love what I do. I thought my parents understood that, especially since they always preached about following your passion. I came downstairs to grab breakfast, and that's when I noticed the tension in the air. My mom was sitting at the kitchen table, a stack of papers in front of her. My dad was leaning against the counter, looking uncomfortable. "Sit down," my mom said, her voice cold. "We need to talk." She pushed the papers towards me, and I realized they were my bank statements and pay stubs. "Care to explain this?" she asked, tapping the papers with her finger. I blinked, confused. "Explain what? Those are my financial documents." "Exactly," she snapped. "Do you see how little you're making? At your age, I was already climbing the corporate ladder. Your father had started his own business. And you're barely making ends meet with this this hobby of yours." I felt my cheeks burn with shame and anger. "It's not a hobby, Mom. It's my career. I'm still learning and growing in my field." She scoffed. "A career? This isn't a career. This is you playing around with colors and shapes while we support you. Do you have any idea how much it costs to keep you here?" I looked to my dad for support, but he just stared at the floor, avoiding eye contact. "I pay rent," I said weakly. "I contribute to groceries and bills." "It's not enough," my mom shouted, slamming her hand on the table. "We're tired of carrying you. It's time you grew up and got a real job." I felt tears pricking at my eyes. "This is a real job. I'm working hard and I'm good at what I do. The money will come with time and experience." My mom stood up, her face red with anger. "We've given you time. We've given you support. And what do we get in return? A daughter who's content with mediocrity." "That's not fair," I protested, my voice shaking. "Life isn't fair," she shot back, "and it's time you learned that. As of today, you're no longer welcome in this house." I felt like I'd been slapped. "What? You're kicking me out?" "We're pushing you out of the nest," my dad finally spoke. "It's for your own good." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But where am I supposed to go?" My mom shrugged. "That's for you to figure out. You're an adult now. Act like one." In a couple of hours, I packed a bag with some clothes and essentials. My parents watched silently as I moved around the house, gathering my things. As I reached for the door, my mom spoke again. "When you've got a real job and can support yourself properly, then we can talk about you coming back." I didn't respond. I just walked out, got in my car, and drove away. Now, sitting in this motel room, I'm trying to process everything that happened. Part of me is angry. How could they do this to me? Aren't parents supposed to love their children unconditionally? Another part of me is scared. I've always had the safety net of home, and now it's gone. I keep replaying my mom's words in my head. Am I really a failure? Should I give up on my dreams and find a more lucrative career? But then I think about how much I love my job, even if it doesn't pay much right now. The thought of giving it up makes my heart ache. I called my best friend earlier, and she offered her couch for a few nights. At least that's something. But I can't help feeling lost and alone. I never thought my own parents would value money over my happiness. Tomorrow, I'll go to work and try to act like everything's normal. But nothing feels normal anymore. I'm hurt, confused, and scared about what the future holds. Part of me wants to prove my parents wrong, to show them that I can make it on my own and succeed in my chosen field. Another part just wants to curl up and cry, to beg them to let me come home. But I know I can't do that. They've made their decision, and now I have to live with it. I keep wondering if there were signs I missed. Were they always this focused on money and success? Or did something change recently? I remember my mom's dreams of being an artist when she was younger. She gave it up for a corporate job. Is she projecting her own regrets onto me? As night falls, I find myself staring at my phone, my finger hovering over my mom's number. Should I call? Try to reason with her? But what would I say? That I'm sorry for not being the daughter they wanted? That I'll give up my dreams to meet their expectations? For now, though, I'm on my own, and somehow, I'll have to find the strength to make that enough.